I'm just back from the wood and I thought it might be interesting to have a look at my every time box. That's a toolbox that I take with me on every visit, even if I'm just passing and might drop in for half an hour. I keep all these things together in the box so I can just stick it in the car and not have to think about what to take and get it all together. If I'm going for a day, I fill a plastic crate up with the tools that I need, and I have some big plastic boxes with lids on for overnight stays in the log cabin. But the every time box always has the essentials. You can see it's seen some action, a bit of paint on the outside there. Inside, I tend to put things in the same places so I can find them easily, and I try to keep them vertical so they're easier to see. First, I have a silky saw. These are viciously sharp and really effective. They're also what you need if there's a big branch down across the roadway and you don't have a chainsaw with you. That's why it goes in a box, even when I wasn't planning to do any cutting. Next, a 30-metre tape measure. You can still measure something a few inches long with it, but it's also good for boundaries and laying things out on the ground, or even stretching out to give you a straight line. Then the first of these three liquids, nail polish remover, which is mostly acetone. A near neighbour had someone superglue a padlock on a gate, but acetone dissolves that. Then bug spray with DEET, then some Factor 50 sun cream. This tin has some of my fire lighting stuff and keeps it dry. I use this for lighting the wood stove in the log cabin. Balls of cotton wool and chunks of firelighter. The rest of the stuff is in this plastic box. Fire steel, you drag the steel along the rod and it makes a shower of sparks. You can light dry moss or dry grass with it, but it's easiest with some of the cotton wool. A steel firewood moisture meter, and in the bottom that's a carbon monoxide alarm. This little red pouch is an Oregon Forestry first aid kit. This is the latest addition to the toolbox. It has dressings for wounds, alcohol wipes, gloves, plasters, and a tick remover. It's designed to be carried with you while you're using a chainsaw. This green one originally came with a car I used to have, and I've replaced the contents and added things over the years. Some ibuprofen, more bandages and dressings, sterile bottles of water for washing out wounds, alcohol wipes, more gloves, and this plastic foil emergency blanket all folded up. This black pouch has a multi-tool in it. Little hammer, pliers, various Swiss Army style blades and screwdrivers that come out the sides. Anvil secateurs, really handy for cutting back brambles in particular. And then a claw hammer. This was actually my granddad's. The handle is all split, so I don't use it often, but it's still good enough in an emergency, and so it lives in the toolbox. Some plastic rope, and some more plastic rope. Newspaper, handy for lighting fires and for covering the blade of the hacksaw. This spanner has a spare key for the wood tractor I showed in the last video, and then another key on the key fob that I made. Torch with rechargeable battery. The green string is so I can hang it around my neck, and I might get a decent head torch too one day. Roll of hazard tape, handy for marking out areas and warning people about dangerous trees, that sort of thing. And then we're down to the bottom of the box. I've put everything back in now. On top go these leather and cotton rigger gloves. So what's in the box changes over time, and so this is a snapshot of what I'm taking at the moment. If you want to see more of these videos about managing the wood, tools that I use, and buildings like the log cabin and the drying barn, please subscribe.